Alright, welcome back to the 47 show. Today video is gonna be it's gonna be kind of quick because I really was getting ready to go somewhere and this just kind of hit me, but I'm still getting ready. But anyway, so this video is going to just be about like behavior and the way people act, and not even behavior. I don't really know yet. I might just talk. Alright, so everybody know that, or you should know, no matter if you Christian, spiritual, whatever. The mind, body, and spirit is like three separate entities that make us into one thing, right? So, not three separate entities, but it's like those three make us one. So like, I feel like the body side of us is what make us into like an animal. Like, you know how they say it's either a plant or animal, and they say we the animal kingdom. We animals. The body is what make us an animal. Like, you could pick piece off the body, and the mind is what they would say is make us human. I don't know why I did quotation marks. The mind is what you would say make us human, but the spirit is what make us. The spirit is like the control house. Like, the spirit is what makes you happy, and what the spirit is what makes you feel good. And the spirit is like just this important part of us that we just neglect all the time. All right, so if we know it's mind, body, and spirit, right? So why we still be acting like we slaves to our body? Like, if the body is what make us into an animal, if the body is what make us into an animal, right? Why we still be acting like we slaves to our body? Like, let me explain what I mean. Like, people be like, I want to be healthy, right? But that is hard. Or I want to try to lose weight, but it's hard. The spirit wants to live in the healthiest temple possible that's overfilled with love and peace and prosperity. The body's gonna go along with whatever the spirit wanna do. So if you get it in your mind and your spirit, like, this is what we doing, the body gonna go along with that. But if you just stuck on, I want to eat healthy, but I can't let go of meat. And now you a slave to your tongue. Like, it just tastes good. Like, people tell me that it just tastes good. You a slave to just, it tastes good. Like, I want to eat it because it tastes good. I don't care how my body feel. I don't care that my spirit, like, I'm not in touch with my spirit. I'm not in touch with my body. But it tastes good, though. You a slave to yourself. Like, mental slavery. Like, that's true. That's like a whole, not even it's true. Like, you got to know it's true at this point. It isn't even no point to say that, but mental slavery is the thing. Like, you a slave to your own mind, your own habits. Like, we creatures of habit. You a slave to your own habits in your body. It's like, I want to do this, but I can't. Why you can't? Because you tell yourself that. And then, all right, boom. All right, so trying to keep this quick. So it's like, I want to do this, but I can't. Now you behave like you still a slave, like you still captured, or you still like somebody controlling how your actions go. Like when we did the fast, people was like, I would do the fast, but I know I'll mess up. You gonna mess up because you told yourself from the jump you was gonna mess up. After a while, the spirit get tired of living in a destroyed temple, and it's gonna leave. You know why people die so young, get unhealthy? Why people get these diseases? Dis-ease. The body isn't at ease. Like, you're gonna die eventually. So we want all people get all these diseases and all this cancer and all this diabetes and all that because we put stuff in us. Like, we still slaves. Like, we eat slave food. We eating oxtails and chitlins and chicken and all that stuff, right? Slaves was forced to eat that food. They had no choice. They was given nothing but that. You have a choice to take care of your body. But since you still have a slave mentality, you believe I should still eat this stuff because it tastes good. Slave to your own tongue. So the spirit eventually gets tired of living in that depressed, because most people want to be happy, but they just decide to do things of the depressed person. Like, I want to be happy, I want to do this, and I want to do that. But you don't go outside, and you don't work on yourself. You don't spend time alone. You don't cut the TV off and hop off social media. Delete your social media apps for a week and see how you feel. You don't hop off social media. You don't exercise your body, but you want to be happy though. How you gonna be happy if you still acting as a depressed person, just laying in the bed all day, just trapped up, cooped up in the house, not doing nothing to work on yourself? You're not gonna be happy because you keeping yourself in a cage as if you a slave. And these doors, you can walk out the door, you just don't choose to. Slave mentality. Or I know I shouldn't drink this alcohol, but it make me feel good. Alcohol causes depression, for one. Depression. I'm jumping around, but I'm just trying to say, like, we need to stop letting a little blue jay. We need to stop letting our body make decisions for us that the spirit don't even want to do. Like, the spirit wants to be free, and the spirit don't want to work for the rest of his life under somebody else, making somebody, like, you putting money in somebody. I mean, yeah, you getting a little bit of chump change on the side, but you putting money in somebody else's pocket. You making somebody else rich. You buying them a new house and a new car. You think the spirit want to do that? But we just get tricked and mind controlled into thinking like that's what you're supposed to do. Like, that's the goal in life. Like, working for the rest of your life, retire at 55, 65, whatever it is nowadays. Retire at this point in time, and that's good. You got the white picket fence, you got your dog, and you got you some kids in the house. But you work for somebody your whole life. You living in a slave house. It's not a real house. Anyway, that's being a slave to the people who really trying to control us, and then being a slave to yourself. So like you're a slave two different ways, and then you're a slave to your own fear, which is still yourself in a sense, like your body, like fear is something fear can be fear ain't help. Anyway, let me not bounce around. Let me keep it straight. Fear, like being a slave to fear, is like, I want to start my own business, but I'm afraid it ain't gonna go this way. I wanna do this, but I'm afraid, like, people might look at me this way. Like, why do you care how people look at you? Like, live your life and be happy. Like, that's what the spirit wanna do. So you keep putting your spirit, the control house, the center, you keep putting it in a cage. Eventually it's gonna get tired of being in that cage, and it's gonna either wanna leave. Either you're gonna wanna change, or the spirit gonna wanna leave. So your health, your body, the thing you've been being a slave to, it's gonna decline. The spirit's gonna, okay, it's time for me to up and leave. Like, I can't do this no more. Gotta go. You die. That's another thing we be a slave to. I hope I'm not talking too fast. We be a slave to, like sex and money. Like a slave to sex. Like, I want to find somebody who really care about me. I want to find somebody who this and that. I want to find somebody who make me feel whole as a person. Not make you feel whole. You should feel whole by yourself. A person added on is just like two wholes, and it's like y'all combine and share and love and peace. And that's another topic for another day. But yeah, you want to find all of these things. You want to find all these great things, but you can't stop yourself from having sex for 2 weeks or for a month. Or for my men, like being a slave to your sexual urges. My females too, like not just men, like female, male, like we all in this together. Females and males, like it's like I want to do this and I want to do that, but you gotta find somebody to lay up with, or you gotta find a sneaky link. That's the thing. Yeah, a little sneaky link and all that. Like, for what? You in a relationship, but you too busy laying around with every Jimbo and Bimbo that come around through your door, and then they up and leave, and you looking with the pluck face because you slave to your sexual urges. Control yourself. Take the time to learn yourself. Take the time to heal yourself, and go find somebody who doesn't just want you for sexual pleasure. Money is gonna be the last thing, and then this video over. Money, like, we be slaving money. Like, I gotta work, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta have a job so that I could buy this. And I gotta buy that, and I gotta buy this so that I can look good for other people. Like, half of the clothes we be wearing, like, we probably wouldn't even buy them if we didn't see it on Instagram, or somebody we hang around had it on, or this and that. Like, we wouldn't be wearing half of this stuff. Like, but the Jordan, the chains, like, why you would have put a chain? I mean, I ain't knocking it, but it's like, we was forced into wearing chains around our neck a long time ago, and now we wearing by choice. Although we think we wearing by choice, but we wearing by choice. It's kind of iffy. The thing that I wear around my neck is for the crystal. I mean, the copper around it has a purpose too, but just like a golden chain. Like, what you put the chain on your neck for? You still a slave, mentally, physically, spiritually, or I won't say spiritually. The spirit is like, we are spiritual beings living in a human body. That's why I say the temple, like we're spiritual beings living in a human body. We having a human experience. So let me wrap this up. Let me just wrap this up. All right. So don't be a spiritual being living in a slave mentality, or being a slave to your bodily urges like sex and eating meat and all of that. Like, you don't need that stuff. The spirit doesn't want any of that stuff. That's why people get unhealthy. That's why people be unhappy, because they want to be free. They just too afraid to do it, or they too mind controlled to do it. So yeah, one little point. If you let your body control you, and the body is what makes us an animal, now it's like your spirit is the thing that's being like wearing a leash and just being like, oh, like walking the dog. But the body is the animal. The body is the beast. Yeah, I'm worried that way just for the sake of it. But body is the animal. So it's like, either you take your spirit, like you take back control of your life, and you become healthy and you feel good, and you let the spirit take command of the body, and the spirit becomes this free being, and the body will do the same thing. Or you let the body just run you around your whole life, and you never be happy, you never be healthy, and you never have prosperity, you never have love and peace and happiness. That's the end of the video. If you got to the end, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and that's it.